Hello and welcome. My name is Manny Vasquez, better known as Manny Bass. I want to welcome you to the series of tutorials titled Bass Basics. The purpose of these videos is to provide you with a solid foundation so that you can become a great bass player. I'm going to teach you all the techniques that we can play on the bass, and I'm also going to teach you things about music theory that will allow you to create your own bass lines. But not only create bass lines, but also understand what it is that's going on and what it is that you're doing. So take your bass and let's now start your career as an amazing bass player. So now we're going to talk about the parts of the electric bass. We have the headstock, the tuning keys, the strings, the neck, the fretboard, the frets. We have the pickups here, the bridge, the horns, and the controls. This particular bass is a passive bass. That is to say, it doesn't have a battery. So it has volume for this pickup, volume for the bridge pickup, and then tone control, which usually increases the high frequencies. Some basses usually have volume and balance. When the balance is right in the middle, both pickups are working at 100% capacity. If you go clockwise all the way, you have the neck pickup. If you go counterclockwise all the way, you have the bridge pickup 100% while this one is muted. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the proper height and position for the electric bass. So when I'm standing, I like the bass to be this high. This here is my belly button. And notice that my belly button is right at the end of the fretboard. Now, what about the left hand? What we're going to do is we want to stand up straight, shoulders back, relaxed, and we're just going to bring the left hand up. And it just falls right into place. Okay? Now, it's very important to notice where I have my thumb. My thumb is usually either at the middle or slightly towards me. Okay? At the middle or towards me. And we're not putting any pressure on the thumb. It's resting, simply just resting. It's also very important to keep in mind that we want to keep our wrist straight. We don't want it like this or like this because then we might develop carpal tunnel syndrome. So again, relaxed. We'll bring our hand up. There. Perfect position. Notice the angle, the angle, the angle, the angle, the angle of the wrist. Straight. Comfortable. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel uncomfortable. If you are playing and this hurts, stop what you're doing and consider changing your position. Now, there are some bass players who like to sort of bring their thumb out. I don't like doing that. You can if you want, but I much rather have it either in the middle or slightly past the middle towards my head. Okay? And I basically just rest my fingers here. Okay? Very comfortable. No strain on my wrist. Now, what about the right hand? Well, we're going to bring our right hand forward, and we're just going to start raising it until the thumb rests at the top of the neck pickup, okay? So, right hand, we just start lifting, 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 and then here. And then this part of my forearm, like 1/3 of my forearm, this is where I'm resting my arm. It could either 1/3 or slightly towards the middle, okay? That's what I found to be the most comfortable for me. In your case, maybe here, maybe here, but again, you do this, you raise it until your thumb is resting on the top of the neck pickup, okay? And we bring the left hand. This is the most comfortable position when you're standing, and the most proper one. It won't cause you any problems with carpal tunnel or your wrists. So now let's talk about the proper sitting position. We don't change the strap height. We keep it the same way. And we rest our bass on our right leg, okay? Left hand, same way. We'll bring it right up. Right hand, same way. Okay, perfectly. Check this out. Notice my wrist. It's relaxed. There's no awkward or sharp angle. No, just nice and relaxed. Nice and smooth. Check out the right hand. Okay. Now, some bass players like to rest their bass on their left leg. You can do that too if you want. But I much prefer this way because it's most similar to when you're standing up. And I want there to be hardly any difference between sitting down and standing up, because if it's too different, then it's gonna hurt you a little bit if you're playing at a live venue and you're standing, because now you have your bass in a different position. So I try to keep things as consistent as possible to avoid any little problems.